Well, all right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. It's your buddy CJ here. And tonight, we're talking about all things automotive industry, the car guy hobby, all the things that those real gearheads love talking about. You know this is the home for that real gearhead talk. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. You know I'm so grateful and appreciative for each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, please give me a like and subscribe. Around here, we're gearheads. We talk about cars, automotive events, motorsports, what's going on with the manufacturers, supercars, exotic cars, muscle cars, classic cars. We talk about them all. Come on, guys. Welcome back. Glad to be here with you tonight. Listen, we got to get into this tonight. Special edition of Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. We're going to talk about the new McLaren W1 2026 Hypercar from McLaren. Hybrid, okay? The W1. Replacing the McLaren P1, if you will. It's the successor to the McLaren P1, which real automotive enthusiasts will know the McLaren P1 is part of that Holy Trinity. What are we talking about in terms of Holy Trinity? My real gearheads know what this is all about. The Holy Trinity of hypercars includes the McLaren P1, the Ferrari LaFerrari, literally translating into the Ferrari. Look it up. It's real. As well as the Porsche 918. So that was the latest generation of the Holy Trinity. Now we've got the next generation of the Holy Trinity, and it's being led here by McLaren with the W1. Guys, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at this thing. Because you know, on Hot Seat Automotive Podcast, we like to look at these things together. Here it is, the McLaren W1 Hypercar. The next generation of the Holy Trinity of hypercars is upon us. Guys, give me a break. This car has 1,200 combined horsepower and about 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. We're talking about a hypercar powered by a 4-liter V8 twin-turbo producing 928 horsepower. The engine alone, the internal combustion engine alone produces 928 horsepower. But wait, there's more. It's also got that hybrid e-drive, adding another nearly 350 horsepower, bringing us in at over 1,200 combined horsepower. Are you kidding me? Guys, this car is going to be rear-wheel drive. This car is going to have gull-wing doors, going to have super high-tech suspension components, technology all around, hyper aero, active aero on this car, inspired by all that F1 motorsports racing experience that McLaren has collected over the years. Are you kidding me? Guys, let's take a look at the interior of the McLaren W1. Guys, take a look at the interior of the McLaren W1. Kind of interesting what they did in the spirit of weight savings. McLaren's not the first ones to do this. Other supercars, super high performance cars have done this as well. But the seats are stationary. The seats don't move, but the steering wheel, the pedals, that instrument bezel, all the controls move back and forth, up and down, while you sit stationary in the car, which I think is kind of cool. Guys, this car is going to have some instrumentation and buttons up on the roof, kind of like, the cockpit of a jet airplane. Kind of cool. Look at that steering wheel. I think the McLaren W1 steering wheel is clean. Very limited controls on it. You can see the paddles. You can see it's got certain mode controls, extra boost controls, that type of thing. What I will tell you is this is a McLaren design cue. In many of the McLarens I've driven, McLaren that I owned, they all have that clean steering wheel, which I like. Some of the steering wheels today just get so busy, but McLaren's, it's just crisp, clean, understated steering wheel with hydraulic steering, which I think is also kind of cool. Guys, we're looking at a 217 mile per hour car. Like, this is a track machine, if ever there was one. Just incredible performance. You can look at the 0 to 60 estimated at somewhere around 2.7 seconds, but it's like, who cares? That doesn't really matter. That's not what this car is about. with over 1,200, approaching 1,300 horsepower, rear wheel drive. It might, you got to hook it up right off the line. But this car is not about, the 0 to 60 pulls. It'll do it. But this car is really more about, like so many other McLarens, what's it going to do 0 to 120? What's it going to do 60 to 120? What's it going to do 120 to 160? This car is going to take your soul. That's what it's going to do. What's this car going to do in a quarter mile? It'll be very fast. It'll be quick. What's this car going to do in a half mile? It's going to take your soul. The McLaren W1, listen, even the 750S, 720S, countless other McLarens, they're some of the fastest cars on the road anyway. This being the hypercar, the ultimate McLaren, give me a break. It's just going to have incredible performance specs. If you want to look at Nürburgring times or track times, all that stuff, it'll be at the top of the mark with the right driver. It's going to take a real driver. You are not getting the most out of this car. Neither am I, that's for sure. The dude who's going to get the most out of this 1,200 horsepower plus McLaren W1 is basically going to be a professional race car driver. And the collectors who buy these cars for the most part are not going to put them on the track. Come on, these cars are going to be in collections. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Guys, let's take another look at the McLaren W1. Another interesting fact about the McLaren W1, this car is going to weigh in somewhere around 3,100 pounds. So a 3,100 pound car with over 1,200 horsepower is ridiculous power to weight ratio. I'll give you a comparison. I drive my Lamborghini with about 620 horsepower, and that car weighs about 3,400 pounds. This car, the McLaren W1, has twice the horsepower and weighs less. Now, granted, it's rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive like the Lamborghini, but come on, as I said, in the half mile, in the straights, this McLaren is going to take your soul in addition to the amazing things this car is going to be capable of on the track. It represents the ultimate evolution in F1 technology in a street-going car. Are you kidding me? All right, guys, let's take another look at the McLaren W1. It's just so ridiculous. What do you guys think about the styling? Leave me those comments. Now I'm going to give you the bad news. You ready? McLaren W1, hypercar, next generation of the holy trinity of hypercars, right up there with the cutting-edge Ferrari getting ready to come out, the F250. There's a Porsche that's been rumored. Porsche hasn't announced it yet. It was originally, as I understand it, going to be an EV. I don't know if Porsche is still going EV, but we will have another round of the holy trinity. McLaren's first to the market, but at a price. Your McLaren W1 starting price of about $2.1 million before options. So it's a big money car. It's a big time collector's car. Guys, they're only making about 399 of these in the run, so McLaren is currently saying, and they're all spoken for. So sorry, guys, put away your checkbooks. I know a lot of you are ready to spring the $2.1 million for your McLaren W1, but they're spoken for. Oh, well. Listen, guys, an incredible car, right? But wait, your buddy CJ is not going to stop there. On Hot Seat Automotive Podcast, we keep going. So do not despair. McLaren W1 might be $2.1 million, but don't worry, your buddy CJ is going to show you 3 McLarens that are about 10% of the price of a McLaren W1 that you can own that will give you a lot of the same driving experience. So let's get right into it. Here are your buddy CJ's top 3 McLarens that you should buy right now for 10% of the cost of a McLaren W1. All right, let's get right into it, shall we? First things first, guys, look at this. McLaren 720S. You can snag a really nice McLaren 720S for between $190,000 and maybe $240,000. Still a lot of money, but depending on options, depending on mileage, depending on year, right in that sweet spot of 190 to 240K, you can get an incredible McLaren supercar. You can get a coupe. You can get a spider like this one. You can get the performance model with a bit more edginess. Okay. Beautiful paint jobs on these cars, beautiful interiors. And listen, V8 twin turbo, the McLaren 720S, I've talked about it before on this channel, one of the fastest supercars on the road. Anything that you're going to see, on the road, and dare I say, in the normal realm, the 720S is faster. It is literally one of the fastest cars. Check it out. Do your research. If you want the supercar experience with something that feels like an F1 car, but then also has performance equal to, if not beyond, like a Porsche 911 Turbo S, it's right there. But the Porsche 911 Turbo S does not look like this. This car, the 720S and even the 750S, legit supercar experience and feel. Versus if you want to go Porsche 911 Turbo S, since I mentioned it, yes, a quick and fast car, but it's not going to be the same ownership experience and level of engagement as this McLaren 720S. So here's a great option for you. And I'll tell you, listen, if I was buying a McLaren today, this would be on my short list. The McLaren 720S, incredible in every way. I've driven them. I've checked them out. I've driven the new 750S. Fabulous cars as well. You really can't go wrong with a 720S or a 750S. Guys, let's keep going. What do you think? I'm going to show you the next McLaren on my list as an alternative to the McLaren W1. Guys, McLaren W1 might be selling for $2 million, but did you know you can get a new McLaren Artura V6 hybrid instead of the V8 hybrid? Okay? This car has super high-tech, next-generation McLaren platform, okay? All the trimmings you might want from a hybrid supercar. It's got that McLaren styling, really cool. Guys, the nice thing about this, for somewhere between 190K to, let's say, 240K, again, you can get a McLaren supercar with a warranty, okay? V6 hybrid powertrain with a warranty, and you can enjoy this car and drive it for like 10% of the cost of a W1 Hypercar. Now, I know it's not on the same level. But it's got a lot of the same styling cues and design cues. Kind of cool, right? And McLaren is a supercar company. They are an F1 racing organization, okay? Committed to it. And you're getting a piece of that with your $190,000, $200,000 McLaren Artura. You're right there, cutting edge, leading edge, hybrid technology. Kind of cool. What do you think about the McLaren Artura? Now, guys, the last car on my list of the three McLarens that you can buy today, instead of a $2 million W1, this is the wild one. You know your buddy CJ's always got an ace in his deck. And this is a wild car, and it's not for everybody, but it's on my short list, and maybe it's on yours. You leave me those comments, guys. Let's check it out. Come on, we having fun. How about this? McLaren 600 LT. This is a special edition McLaren. The LT stands for long tail. Okay? This is a factory special McLaren performance car that shoots flames. Bone stock. Yes, the exhaust will shoot flames. It's documented. Guys, this is a wild car. I have driven one of these. Okay? If you're looking to get into a McLaren, somewhere around 190K to 225K, these have depreciated a bit. They're in a certain sweet spot. Yes, it's based on the previous generation of the McLaren platform, but it's an absolutely wild car. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks like it belongs on a racetrack. It's like the GT3 of the McLaren line from this era. You can get 2016, what have you, something like that. Get one with lower mileage. Guys, an absolutely wild car from McLaren. No, it's not the $2 million W1, but anyone who knows their McLaren supercars knows this is a special car, and it will make you feel special when you drive it. Kind of cool, and I think it'll put a smile on your face every day. Guys, wanted to come on here quickly, just talk about the new McLaren W1, the new hypercar from McLaren. What do you guys think? The first entrant in the next wave of the holy trinity of hypercars, McLaren, Ferrari, Porsche. What do you guys think about the new McLaren W1? We got the Ferrari F250, as it may be called, to be officially unveiled. And then Porsche should be releasing and debuting their next generation hypercar as well. Is it going to be all EV? Is it going to be hybrid? I don't know. I'm eager to find out. Guys, leave me those comments. Let me know what you think about the McLaren W1. What do you guys think about my short list of 3 McLarens that you should consider buying right now instead of a $2 million McLaren W1? Must be nice to have all that money. What do you guys think? Come on, that's crazy. But guys, leave me those comments. Give me a like and subscribe. You know your buddy CJ loves each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for you. Listen, until I see you on the next one, peace.